Obviously, we're hearing more about Jadon Sancho moving to Manchester United. This was the big story 12 months ago, obviously never materialised. There's talk of a gentleman's agreement around about £77 million. I suppose that the question here is, has United got that money?
Yeah, and I think the answer is yes. They have that money. It's the kind of money that they could have paid for him a year ago, last summer, although at that time Borussia Dortmund wanted 25, 30 million more than that amount. So United thought, we're not ready to pay that. However, a year down the line, now I think this is a price that they find more closer to the value that they've made of Jadon Sancho, I guess. That's the best way of putting it. They clearly thought it was overpriced to the money that the Borussia Dortmund wanted a year ago. However, now they think this is fair. This is a fair amount. I think they've got that money. Jadon Sancho wanted to go a year ago. He still wants to go. They wanted him a year ago. They still want him now. And for a fair price. So I think this one will go through. I think the talks have been quite positive lately between the two clubs. I think there's no doubt that the Jadon Sancho camp and Manchester United had an agreement a long time ago already anyway. So it's just between the two clubs. And I think this one could progress pretty quickly.
If you were to bring out the Gabometer, I imagine it'd be pretty high, Gab. This will get done.
Yeah, we really high. And by the way, whenever you see gentleman's agreement, it's nonsense. Unless it's written down, there is no gentleman's agreement. 90 million euros or 77 million pounds. That's simply Borussia Dortmund's valuation of Jadon Sancho this summer. I think if you're United, I think it makes sense to go and lock this up straight away before Sancho has either a great Euro or a really bad Euro, and then you start getting second doubts. So get this done, get him in, get people excited, and end the Sancho saga. For a club like United, given Sancho's age, this is a good deal, I think, even in pandemic times.
Jules, we thought there was a gentleman's agreement between Wijnaldum and Barcelona. However, PSG looking to rip that up and take him to France, yeah?
Gentleman agreement, I want to make that clear, is nonsense. I want something written. And there was nothing written between Wijnaldum and Barcelona. We know, and we knew for a long time that PSG, because they also were looking after players out of contract, free to join them, that they liked Wijnaldum. They thought that Wijnaldum to Barca was solid and pretty much done. And when someone told them, and you could just imagine who that person was, that it was actually not that much done, then they went and made a big offer to Julien Wijnaldum, which was bigger than the one Barcelona made. That doesn't mean, again, that he will go to Paris and not to Barcelona. It's just that now he's having to think between joining Koeman and Messi and Spain, or trying something different, because it's a different project with Neymar, hopefully Kylian Mbappe as well in Paris, and the Mauricio Pochettino. And I think if it's only down to the money, the PSG offer is bigger, but he might be looking for different things, other things, maybe working with Koeman again, like they did it with the national team not so long ago. So Barca might still be his favorite destination, but certainly PSG has put a bit of that in his mind.
Gab?
Can I just say how badly handled this thing has been? Liverpool let us know, I think back in January, that they were not going to extend, if not before that they were not going to extend Gini Wijnaldum's contract. His people have been all around Europe. They've spoken to I think every single top flight club. This whole Barcelona thing stems from the fact that Koeman wanted him or thought he had a shot at him last summer, and Ronald Koeman and another Dutch guy, and would he be a good fit and so on. That's fine, but you can only dither for so long, and I think part of the reason this is taking so long to get over the line from Barcelona's perspective is they're not sure they want to commit money to him unless or until they have locked up Ronald Koeman. So they saw it as maybe putting the cart before the horse. Well, if you go down that road, then you risk somebody like Paris Saint-Germain rocking up with a different offer.
Dither is a great word, Gab, and can sum up pretty much what's been going on with Donnarumma as well, surely now. One of the best goalkeepers in the world at 23, on the verge of having no club.
Yeah, I'll tell you who's not been dithering. It's Milan. They said, hey, look, Mino Raiola, Donnarumma's agent, this is how much we're offering you. Take it, or we're going to go and sign somebody else. And he thought he knew better. He thought he had deals in place with Juventus. He thought he could always call up his buddy Leonardo and get him a gig at Paris Saint-Germain and kick Keylor Navas to the curb or whatever. Well, that hasn't happened. Milan stuck to their guns. Well done to them. It's nice to see clubs once in a while not being bullied. And they signed Mike Maignan. As I mentioned, I think Mino Raiola tried to go back and said, hey guys, you sure maybe you can come, maybe you loan somebody? No, Milan's saying no for now. They say definitively, Maignan their number one. So Donnarumma's got to find a place to go. Will it be Juve? I think it's difficult. Juve have got a ton of other things to sort out. They'd have to shift Szczesny, who's got a big contract and a long contract left. Paris Saint-Germain, I don't know that that's necessarily a priority. Maybe Jules can weigh in on that. But equally, this man turned down £300,000 a week. He turned down a contract that would have made him one of the 4 or 5 highest paid goalkeepers in the world. And he's only 23 years old, about to turn 23. I don't think you're going to do much better out there on the market.
Jules, what about this story that PSG will buy him and then loan him out?
I don't think so. Unless Leonardo wants to give a favour to his friend Mino Raiola, but apart from that, you've got Keylor Navas, who this season, especially in the Champions League, even in Ligue 1, has showed how good he's been and what a solid goalkeeper and reliable goalkeeper he can be. So they don't need Donnarumma. They've got a limited budget of 80 million euros, which, with your wage bill that is already pretty full with a new deal for Neymar and potentially the new deal for Mbappe coming up as well. So this is not time for a goalkeeper. They've got other positions to strengthen, like right back, maybe even left back, central midfielder as well. We mentioned Wijnaldum a few minutes ago. So if Donnarumma could happen to PSG, but first they will have to fill all those positions that they're targeting right now. And then if there's a bit of money left and Donnarumma is still without a club, if they can find an agreement, then maybe. And that's a big, big, big maybe. But right now, surely that's not the priority for them. Can't be.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.